I'm here in Kent talking to young people who at the moment are finding it really hard to get jobs. We've now got the highest level of youth unemployment since records began, but a big rise in long-term youth unemployment as well. And the danger is we have a whole generation who lose the chance to work and get skills, but also it's a big burden on the taxpayer too, because you can't get the deficit down if the economy's flatlined and unemployment's rising. And that's why at this very uncertain and difficult time, we're saying very loud and clear to the Chancellor, it's not working, your plan. You've got to change course. We've got to get the economy moving and get jobs being created. Labour's setting out a very clear 5-point plan for jobs and growth. And I've been talking to young people here and saying we would repeat the bank bonus tax and use that to get 100,000 jobs for young people. It's what we need. If we don't do this soon, we're going to pay a very long-term price in our country.
And we have talked about your 5-point plan before, but you will know as well, and Vince Cable reiterated it here in the last hour, that the government has plans too, and he will tell you time and again about the apprenticeships, about the other job creation scheme for 16 to 24-year-olds. He will say the government is not sitting on its hands and it's aware of the problem of youth unemployment and is doing something about it.
But we've had a 160% rise in long-term youth unemployment here in Chatham since the beginning of the year. It's the highest level since records have began. And the reason is because the private sector's not creating jobs, the public sector's shedding jobs really fast, and the government abolished important things like the Future Jobs Fund, which was about getting young people into work. And I'm afraid Vince Cable can't talk his way out of the facts. The economy's flatlined, unemployment's rising, and the government is not only not doing enough to make it better, they are actively making it much worse. And we keep hearing from the government in the last few days, it's all the fault of the euro crisis. It's not true. We have had slower growth than any other major economy except Japan. We've had big rises in unemployment, and our recovery was choked off well before this latest crisis. From Vince Cable, from the government, it's enough of excuses. They've got to act. They're the government now. They've got some responsibility to get help for young people, help for women, help for jobs, help for families. And to be honest, if we don't do this, we'll find out from the Chancellor in a week or so's time, not only is he revising down his forecast for growth, but borrowing will be higher than he planned as well. This is not a plan for deficit reduction. It's making things worse. And the government has got to do something on jobs. That's why I'm here talking about Labour's 5-point plan, because people are desperate for a plan.